There's only 8 days left until Nanowrimo. This is the magical time when you start getting really excited about November. If you're a Nanowrimo veteran, you're remembering all the fun that you had last year, and if you're a Nanowrimo virgin, you've heard all the stories and you can't wait for the party to start. The wonder of creating something from nothing, the thrill of meeting goals and deadlines, and the pride that you feel at the end of the month when you validate your novel and you're declared a winner! In this glorious week before Nanowrimo begins, we are romanced by all the greatness that lies before us, and forget how absolutely horrible November can actually be. But fear not, Rimos, there is hope. The key to getting through Nanowrimo with your sanity intact is knowing what you're getting yourself into and being prepared for it. Forget your plot, planning your survival strategy is way more important. And today we're going to talk about doing exactly that. Number 1, create a Nanowrimo survival kit. These are the basic necessities that every Rimo will need throughout November. First and foremost, a flash drive, or any other means of backing up your novel, which you should be doing every day, if not every hour. Secondly, comfort items. A big comfy blanket and a big comfy sweater are must-haves as November starts to get colder. And if you're like me, you'll want to invest in a good space heater as well. Coffee, tea, hot chocolate, and other hot drinks also fall under this category. Writing is just somehow easier when you have a steamy mug of something delicious sitting on your desk. Of course, snacks are also integral to any Rimo survival, so stock up before November. You should have a dictionary, thesaurus, and any reference books relevant to your novel on hand at all times, or at least bookmarks to reference websites. And of course, Chris Beatty's No Plot, No Problem is an excellent tool that you should definitely have. Put together a list of first and last names that you like so you'll have them ready for when characters start popping up unexpectedly. This is going to save you a ton of time in trying to think them up on the fly. Notebooks, pens and pencils, and post-its are givens for any writer's desk, but you should also carry a pocket-sized notebook or have a good note-taking app on your smartphone for plotting on the go. You'll also want a timer for word wars and writing sprints, which we'll talk about a little bit more later. And keep a word count calendar handy to make sure that you're on track with your daily writing goals. Check out the doobly-doo for a link to a word count calendar that I made for myself this year. Last but not least, music. Put together a soundtrack for your novel with music that fits your genre or your particular plot to listen to while you're writing. Creating the right atmosphere with music will really help your writing flow. Using actual movie soundtracks makes it really easy. I'm going to be using a lot of songs from the Resident Evil and Underworld soundtracks for my zombie apocalypse novel. Ambient noise is also really great for getting yourself in the right frame of mind. If you have an iPhone, do yourself a favor and get the Ambience app. For only $3 you get access to 1,000 high-quality ambient tracks in every conceivable category. You can even blend multiple tracks together to create the perfect background noise for any scene in your novel, from a crowded restaurant to an eerie graveyard, even to an alien planet. Now all that stuff's great, but the most important thing that you'll need to get through November can't be put into a survival kit. Number 2, take breaks. Yeah, you heard me. You need time to not write. Sometimes it feels like you have no choice but to write all day, every day to keep up with the daily word count goals. But sometimes it'll help your novel even more to put down your pen or turn off your monitor and just take some time to relax and recharge. I'm not gonna lie, Nanowrimo is stressful, so you are going to need some time to de-stress. Every day, make sure that you take at least half an hour of you time to do something that you enjoy, whether it's having a meal with your family or reading a little bit before bed. You should also take short breaks between longer writing sessions. Every hour that you write should include a 10-minute break to rest your mind and eyes, stretch your fingers and limbs. You may find that you prefer writing in short spurts rather than long stretches. If so, writing sprints are the way to go. Writing sprints are moderated chat rooms in which participants will write for a set amount of time, usually 10 or 15 minutes, and then break for the same amount of time to chat or do whatever else they want. This strategy works wonders for people like me who have trouble focusing on one thing for extended periods of time. If I try to write for an hour straight, I will inevitably be distracted by Facebook and Twitter and YouTube and the Nanowrimo.org forums and StumbleUpon and Dictionary.com's word of the day. You get the idea. But it's easy to focus on writing and nothing but when you're only doing it for 10 minutes at a time. Especially knowing that after those 10 minutes are up, Facebook and Twitter and YouTube and everything else are all yours. Now, all of these things are going to help you survive Nanowrimo mentally, but what about physically? Number 3, take care of yourself. You can't afford to get sick in November, so make sure that you don't. Build up your immune system before and during November by taking vitamin C or an immune booster like Cold Effects. A good daily multivitamin is also important. Sleep is the first thing that a Rimo will sacrifice in order to get their word count up, but make sure that you're not missing too much. Remember that burning the candle at both ends is only going to end up hurting your novel. You also want to make sure that you're eating right, or at least well enough. Skipping meals is easy to do when you're in the writing groove, so make sure that you stock up on quick and easy meals like cereal, sandwiches, soup, and microwavable dinners. And although chocolate and candy are excellent writing snacks, make sure that you balance them out with some healthier things like fruits and nuts. If you do all of this and still get sick, get to a doctor right away to take care of it in case it's more than just a common cold. The last thing that you need to do to survive NaNoWriMo? Number 4, have fun! NaNoWriMo isn't about being chained to a computer and pumping out thousands and thousands of words like a slave laborer. NaNoWriMo is about the joy of writing. It's about letting your imagination run wild and your creative juices flow freely for 30 straight days. It's about the excitement and the thrill of finding the perfect plot twist or writing the perfect final scene for your novel. It's about meeting other writers on the same crazy journey that you are and taking that journey together. It's about discovering yourself and what you're capable of doing when you really put your mind to it. When it really comes down to it, NaNoWriMo is all about having fun. So on those days when you're feeling weary and disenchanted, remember that writing 50,000 words is not a chore. It's an adventure! It's an experience that you'll look back on fondly and look forward to doing all over again next year. You're hopefully now well equipped to not only write a novel in 30 days, but to stay sane while doing it. Leave me a comment telling me your favorite tip or trick for surviving NaNoWriMo so that I can add it to my own arsenal. Later this week I'll answer the question that plagues the mind of every Rimo. How the hell am I gonna write 50,000 words in 30 days? How the... My phone's ringing. Yellow?